Hi guys. We are going to do a couple. We're going to do a couple problems I did with the live meeting, and then somehow I didn't record it. So we're just going to do it real fast. I have a couple problems ready to go. So hang with me while I figure out how to do this. All right. Okay. Number 6E, or on page 6E. So this is just an example. This isn't one that you had to do for homework, but just to show you how these would work. When I arrived at work at McBurger, there were blank number of burgers on the grill, and I could cook an average of so many per minute. So then we have a chart over here that says minutes and burgers. At 0 minutes, 1, 2, and 3. At 0 minutes, there were 3 burgers. Then there were 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so how do we fill in these blanks? Looking over here, if when you arrived without spending any minutes cooking, then there must be 3 burgers already. So there's already 3 burgers on the grill. Now, how many can he cook per minute? Well, after 1 minute, there were 4. After 2 minutes, there were 5. So what's the difference here on each minute? We're adding a minute, and we're adding 1 burger. We're adding 1 more burger, 1 more burger. So every minute that goes by, one more burger is added. So that means you can cook 1 per minute. So if we plotted these, I don't know why I cannot write straight up and down, but here we go. At 0 minutes, so this would be minutes, and this would be burgers. So at 0 minutes, we go out 0 minutes, so we're right here. We're going to go up this line, and we're at 3 burgers. So 1, 2, 3. At 1 minute, we're up to 4 burgers. 1, 2, 3, 4. At 2 minutes, we're up to 5 burgers. 3 minutes would be 6. So you can draw this line up this way. When you plot the points correctly, they should all fit on the line. If you ever plot a table and there's one out here and you're trying to connect the line, that one out here would be a mistake. All of your points should fit on the line. All right, so what's our equation? We have burgers equals so many per minute plus how many on the grill. Okay, how many can we cook per minute? Well, right up here we said 1. So it'd be 1 per minute plus 3 that are already on the grill. So as we talked about in class, if we were going to give minutes the abbreviation of M and burgers the abbreviation of B, our equation would be B equals 1M plus 3. And remember, we talked about how you can put a 1 here, but it's always understood. If you only have 1 M, then you don't have to put the 1. So B is equal to M plus 3. Okay, 6D, number 18. It says, use the greatest common factor to simplify and solve for B. So we have x squared y minus 4x squared y plus b x squared y is equal to 0. In this case, we can factor out what is the same in each of these. We see this x squared y, x squared y, x squared y. There's a little caveat over here in the notes. It says x squared y is not equal to 0. That's important because if it was, then it wouldn't matter what b was, right? Everything would be 0. Okay, we can factor this out. This is our greatest common factor, so we can take it and pull it out to the side, x squared y. Now, what is left here? When we factor out, it's like we've divided, right? So it's like we're dividing by x squared y. Something divided by itself is equal to 1. So don't just make this disappear. This is still 1. When we factor this out, we still have a factor of 1. When we say the factors of 200, we'd say 200 times 1. So if we pull that 200 out, we still have 1 left. Here, the x squared y, when we pull the x squared y out, we still have 1 left. So don't make it 0. It's still 1. Okay, here, it's like we're dividing by x squared y. And so we have 4 left. The x squared y's cancel each other out, and we're left with 4. And then this one, we're left with just the b plus b. Remember to carry these signs down with the numbers. So this was a -4, and this was a plus b. All right, and then on this side, we'd have 0, and to be most accurate, we can factor out this over here also to help us solve it. So 0 times anything is still 0. So we can say this is 0 times x squared y. It really doesn't matter here. Now that we have the x squared y on both sides and it's multiplied by everything, we can divide it out. So we can say x squared y on this side divided by x squared y on this side. I'm doing it to both sides of the equation. So this cancels and this cancels. I can do it over here because these are factors. Everything here is multiplied together. I can't cancel out a 4 in the middle of it because that's not multiplied. But the x squared y was multiplied by everything. So when I divide, I can cancel it all the way out. So then I have 1 minus 4 plus b is equal to 0. 1 minus 4, that's a -3, plus b is equal to 0. To move this to the other side and get b by itself, we have to add 3, and we add 3. Anything we do to one side, we got to do to the other. So these become 0 on this side, and we're left with just the b. So b is equal to, and on this side, we have 3. So b is equal to 3. Right, the last one that we did is 6b, number 10 and 11. So here we're not given a word problem, we're just given the equation. Whoops. Let me go back. All right. Okay, we're just given the equation of, well, it doesn't like me today. Am I going to be able to do this? Let's see. All right. There we go. Y is equal to 3x minus 4. So we want to use this information and fill out this table, this XY chart. When we do this, we can start with negative numbers. A lot of our problems have been starting with 0. So if you just want to start with 0 and just step up, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if x is 0, what is y going to be? Well, we have to plug that in. So if x is equal to 0, then we can put that in right here. 3 times 0 minus 4. Well, anything times 0 is 0, minus 4. So y is equal to -4. The next one, if x is equal to 1, let me do that one over here. X is equal to 1, so then we have y is equal to 3 times 1 minus 4. 3 times 1 is 3. Keep the minus 4. So then y is equal to 3 minus 4, so that's a -1. What about when, whoops, x is equal to 2? We have y is equal to 3 times 2 minus 4. 3 times 2 is 6 minus 4 is what y is equal to. So y is equal to 6 minus 4 is 2. The last one, if x is equal to 3, we would have y is equal to 3 times 3 minus 4. Y is equal to 3 times 3 is 9 minus 4. What is 9 minus 4? 5. So y is equal to 5. And then you can plot those. Hopefully you can do that. I'm not going to plot it. And then if you want to make up a word problem that fits this graph. So initially, you're in the negative. So word problems that relate to that would be owing somebody money, or maybe you sew blankets and 4 people have ordered, but you have done nothing. So you need to already make, so you want to know how many are in your stash or how many you have ready to sell. Well, right now you have -4 ready to sell because 4 people have already ordered them and you haven't made any. So anything like that would be a negative, like a back order or owing people money. Maybe you're in a race and you have to start behind the starting line by 4 feet. So anything like that could be negative. So make up a good word problem story to go with that. I hope that you guys are doing well on your homework, and I'll see you on Monday.